Okay, I'm back. It said that I was having an audio disruption, and then it told me to finish and then restart to get me off. Okay, I barely even got something I want to say right now. I'm on the road. I be telling Sophia when she see a 18 wheeler to go like this and see if they'll beep their horn. That's something from back in the day. I don't know if they still do that or not, but last time I did it was like a year ago or so, and they did it. I was so happy. But yeah, I wanted to ask y'all, what do y'all think about what's going on with Shador Sanders? Oh my goodness. Like, they really think they're trying to teach him a lesson? Is there a lesson here? Is there something that he should be abiding to? And you know what I mean? Like, is this legit? Like, I'm trying to determine how I really feel about it because on one level, it's definitely given, like, I don't ever want to use the word overconfident. That's not the word I'm looking for. It's giving confidence, and it's giving that everybody else might be like hating on it. You know, they don't like to see that too much. And I find this always interesting, especially as an American, right? It's like America is capitalist society, right? We're completely westernized and indoctrinated. We all about making that dollar, right? We all about the dollar, trying to make sure the bottom line is good. Okay. Um, we are a country that brags. We're a country that shows off. We are a country that likes to flex. Um, but then I guess they pick and choose in the country who they want to do that. And I think that Shador Sanders is a person who he's being an American. He's flexing. He's rich. He's being an American. It's the American way. And when you especially as a black person, but in general, some people will try to bring you down or try to humble you if you're too what they consider overconfident or even just confident. All right, overconfident, confident, whatever. And it's just interesting because I'm not sure what they thought they were gonna get after Deion. You know, we know who Deion Sanders is, right? So what did y'all think was gonna happen? Like, I'm not sure what kind of sons they thought he was raising. You know what I mean? Like, as y'all been dealing with him his last 4 years or so, in college and things like that, we already knew this about him. So I don't know why everybody seems to be surprised or making it seem like there's this lesson to be taught to him. You know what I mean? He's still as good as he thinks he is. That has not changed. I don't think that's gonna change. Fan. Yeah, you know, but Shador, he's not, you can't take away what he knows how to do, and you're certainly not going to take away him being able to point out that he's the best, that he's as good as he thinks he is. And Deion Sanders ain't having it. He's going to want his son to always show that confidence and never let anyone make him think that he's any less than what he's instilled in him and what he believes he is for himself. But it's just interesting that when you do anything, people will say that you're bragging or you're this and that. And it's like, no, I'm a, like, you can always just be thinking like, I'm just an American. I'm indoctrinated. That's why I'm acting like this. I'm indoctrinated. You know what I mean? And so, and of course, you know, this idea of black people, we're not supposed to have anything. If we're put out of a place, if they were segregated and it says whites only, then yeah, it's not for you to go, it's not for black people to go make their own college or create their own organization. Mm-mm. You're supposed to envy what we have, and then you're supposed to leave with nothing. You're not supposed to be innovative. You're not supposed to think of what you can do for yourself. Um, and that pisses people off when you can find when you know the workaround. When you know the workaround, even something as small as me, you know, trying to work from home, a workaround. Now y'all mad. Calling me all types of the morning. You know, the same concept. It's the same concept, just on a different scale, of course. But the concept itself is similar. You're not supposed to have any other options, especially if someone's in a position not to give you any options, then you're not supposed to have any other options. And that's the idea that they want you to believe. But Dion, the Sanders boys, and Dion, mm-mm. He could have went 15,000 in the round. It's not going to change his talent, and it's certainly not going to change his personality. Because now he got another point to prove, and that's all that is. Um, but yeah, and I'm sure when he gets good and ready, he could talk about all of this, how it happened, what he thinks about it, and how it still doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like y'all want me to play or y'all don't want me to play, but you don't get to change my personality in order for me to pay. You know what I mean? And so, but yeah, it's the hate for me. It's the hate. You know what I mean? Be confident, but don't be too confident. Don't be so confident that you're upsetting other people. You know what I mean? Make money. We just don't want you to make too much money. Not as much money as me. Not as much money as us. You know what I mean? We still want to be able to control you. That's what a lot of people don't want to admit when it comes to money across the board. When you're talking about money at all, we're talking about control. Money puts you in a place of power, especially if you have a lot. If you have enough to just move around and do your own thing, there are people that don't like that either. You know what I mean? Now, people think misery loves company, but that's not true. Misery loves misery. Okay? So whatever company you have is also miserable. They don't get to be your company without a label. Misery loves misery. And so if misery is your company, then yeah, as they say. But I don't say misery loves company. I say misery loves misery. 2M. Okay? But yeah. So it's just trippy to see that they're trying to ruin his confidence or feel like they could bring him down a notch. You know what I mean? And I'm sure his father's talking to him about it. And it would be dealt with. Because Dion ain't having it. Dion ain't having it. And so he ain't do all this for his boys for them to just take a L on their pride or their ego like this. But it's really right now it's not even worth addressing, because that's another way to let them know I don't have to address this. I don't have to say anything. I got drafted. The number, whatever mission y'all was trying to accomplish with that, my name still made the roster. I'm still up there. I'm still in the NFL. So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Catch me on the next time or on my Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fired. Okay, at the press conference, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Not fired, fine. And so, but yeah, Dion did a good job with his boys. You know what I mean? And Dion and Pilar did a good job with their boys. And it shows, and that's it. They grew up rich, they are rich, and there is no amount of hate that's going to change that. They're mad because he bought a chain. So? I mean, like, what? You know what I mean? Like, what do you? He didn't get the playbook because y'all didn't create one. It's just supposed to be this unspoken understanding of being less than, and it's like, no, it's not how I operate. That's not how I operate. Y'all are gonna have to say out loud what you really want to say out loud. We think that because you're black, you shouldn't be able to act like this. If you're not willing to say that, then just be willing to be mad, because you're gonna be mad with me, because I'm gonna always be not understanding why anything is a problem. I want you to say out loud the thing that you know would make you sound and look crazy if you say it out loud. Because if that's the real truth and you're gonna get upset about it, then you need to own it. And you don't have to try to share that with me. No thanks. I'm good. I don't need that. But yeah. So, but there's something we can all learn from watching how that played out. You know what I mean? And then understand that there's an underscore. You know what I mean? That this applies to you too, across the board in any situation you find yourself in. Or at least that's the idea. That's the idea they want you to have. That this applies to you also across the board. This can also be done to you. Again, everybody thinking the black community is next. We first. We was always on the list first. Zero zing zing, got no higher. That's us. We already know this game. And you still, there's nothing y'all could do to really stop us in the ways that y'all want to. Y'all gonna do whatever you can, but one way that y'all really want to be able to stop us is there's no way to do that. You can't stop the talent. You can't stop us being able to party and have a good time regardless of the situation. You can't stop us from, getting on beat on a 2 and a 4 while y'all on a 1 and a 3. You're not gonna be able to stop that. It just comes with the DNA for the most part. You know what I mean? enough of it comes with the DNA to where there's no point in talking about the 1% of people who, don't have rhythm or whatever the hell. It's pointless. But yeah, but I didn't have much else. Um, let's see. Yeah, I'm almost where I'm supposed to be. But yeah, I'll let y'all get in my business just a little bit. Yeah, right, right. And they said he's still Justin. They say he's still trying to like practice. I guess he's trying to still do practices and things like that. On one hand, it's like stop. On the other hand, it's like, you know what? If that's his exercise routine or what's keeping him in shape and things like that, he got every right to still do that. You know what I mean? But it's always somebody that has to take it for the team, unfortunately, for us to be able to move forward or for things to be spoken about in a real way as far as like a movement is concerned. And so we definitely have Kaepernick to thank for that, even though, of course, anytime you become that person, you take an L. You know what I mean? You lose a lot. I mean, you gain a lot as well. There's a lot to gain by doing that, but you do unfortunately have to take the L first. And then, you know, at some point, the Lord will look out for you. He'll come back, he'll double back and come get you, like he always does. You know what I mean? But patience is a virtue, as they say. So I don't possess the virtue all the time, because I'm always saying I don't have time. But but I also know how prayer and faith works. I do know that. I do know that. There's always the other side, you know. There's always the other side. So yeah, I'm so glad my traffic is clear on this side, at least for now. But yeah, I didn't even have too much. What else is on the agenda to talk about? Let me see. I haven't been watching all the TV that everybody's watching, but I'm gonna have to catch up so I can start doing my reviews because I do have it set up for me to do some reviewing of a few things that's going on. I want something from Amazon, y'all, but I can't pay the 145. Is it 145 or 245 or is it 84? What's the percent? What's the tariff? I can't pay. I can't pay the 5. And so that stuff gonna sit in my cart for a minute, but I can't. I can't be a part of the tariffs. But they said we can really be feeling it in two to 3 more weeks. They said the ports at Shanghai are like a lot of the ships are just sitting. They're not docked and downloading. They're there, but they're not docked and downloading. So that's yikes. And then they said when you look at all the ports around the country, you go like to Seattle, the port in Seattle. It's not that things aren't coming in at all. It's just that normal business is not happening. I'll say it again every time I come up here. Get your tail down to the store. Handle your business. Because the first person that complains that I know I've said something to, I'm saying something to you. Because I just don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? I've been ringing the alarm for months at this point, saying, handle your business, don't get caught slipping, go get your freedom papers, you need copies of your birth certificate, license, make sure you got your real ID. If you don't know what that looks like, you need to be on YouTube, go to YouTube University and find out what you need to find out, how the ID should look, because the deadline is quickly approaching. And I'm not sure if it's a deadline across the board for the 50 states, or is there a deadline per your state? But either way, this is something where it seems like it's not fair. This is stupid. This don't make sense. I shouldn't have to do that. All of those things check the board. Yes, 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 that's true. However, that the reality we live in is that whether or not you think you should have to do it, you still do. You still do. Do not get caught slipping when you've had time to do this. Because I don't want nobody I know to find themselves down in Louisiana picking them blueberries. Because I know y'all saw that job announcement. And if you know what I mean by that, don't go to jail, okay? Because you don't have what you need to have on you on some random stupid stuff or even on some crime stuff. Do not go to jail. Because right now, Avocados are $3. I need them to go back down to $1. And they only gonna do that if somebody's picking it. And the way they gonna get people to pick it is they gonna lock you up. And you gonna go pick that fruit. If you ain't willing to, as they say, I would have jumped off of the boat with my ancestors had I been on the ship. Okay, well, it might not be a ship, but the question is, what you willing to sacrifice to ensure that you're not an indigent servant? To ensure that you don't go down to the concentration camp, El Salvador, Gitmo. I know you don't want to go. You damn sure don't want to go to Gitmo. Don't nobody want to go there. Nobody wants to go there. But yeah, we got to stay out of trouble. They asking for ID. It's easier to just give it up. It's too easy. You got to throw your ID down like it's the big joker, like you playing spades, baby. It don't matter. Go get you a regular ID. Go get you a renew your driver's license. Make sure you have your real ID. Okay. Every ID that you can get, you need to have it. Like you playing spades. What you want to see? However you want to lead, I got it in my hand. That's how prepared I need y'all to be, especially with your birth certificate. It cost $45. I was mad as hell. I said I can't pay the $5. I only have $40. And then I said $40. And then it said tax, and that's when it came to $45. I was so mad, and I already had a copy, but I was like, I just need another copy. I want my money back. I want a lot of my money back for a lot of stuff that like didn't pan out in life. Like, no. But yeah, y'all need to go get y'all freedom papers and make sure y'all find yourself at the store. I've been to the store. I said, Dad, ooh, I got so much butter. I got so much butter in my house. I said I don't care because I be using butter for all type of stuff. So I'm good. But yeah, go down there and get. You don't have to panic buy, but you do need to just get another one, so to speak. You know what I mean? You might already have one. Go ahead and get another one because what they're saying as tariffed is not even so much the product they're making, but with the packaging, right? So you eat grape jelly, but the plastic they use for grape jelly comes from here, Bangladesh, China, here. If they not downloading these ships, it's not that the jelly ain't waiting to go inside the bottle. It's just that I need you to pay 145% tariff on the plastics that you need. So that's where a lot of people maybe might be misunderstood on what is actually happening. You know what I mean? That's a part of why the prices are going up now. And of course, whatever stock that businesses already have in stock, they're raising the prices now to try to brace for impact. For the fact that they may not even get anything else they need to sustain not only their store, but hopefully, the business itself. The business itself. So if you have like right now, I'm not gonna lie, I want something from Target real bad. It's one thing I'll be buying from Target, and I want it real bad. And Target is the only place that I see that's carrying the brand. And I'm so determined not to go in there. I'm so mad, but I'm like, I might be able to sneak in there real quick and get my one little item and go. Cause Target ain't seen me. The Target ain't gonna see me. I almost want to see if they're gonna go bankrupt. I would like to see that. Only to really just to flex the black dollar power. That would be the purpose of me wanting to see that. I want to see how hard we could flex it and bankrupt a big box organization like Target. Get them up out of here. You know what I mean? Because like I said before, they don't have nothing Home Goods, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls don't got, so we don't need them. They either gonna put all that shit back, the DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. Because people keep forgetting that it's DEIA. The A stands for accessibility. That means if you know somebody in a wheelchair or crutches, permanent, who knows, whatever, they need to be able to work too if they're able, like whatever work they're able to do, whatever access they need to be able to have to a building, through a door, up the stairs. They need that. You're telling me that on elevators you're not going to put braille for blind people so they can know where to press? Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So like Target, you need to put that shit back. And even if they do, they still don't necessarily have me as a customer, but for the people who really want to go. But that's what it's going to take, though. Like, you're going to have to partner up with black people, because that's why black people were going and the business was skyrocketing because y'all were pretending that y'all wanted to, everybody want to be down. Everybody want to pretend they want to be down. Because that's what y'all did when y'all went into them damn booths. Y'all was all up in Kamala's face, laughing, drinking, eating all the chips, drinking all the juice, okay? Down to the rallies, down to the campaign trail. And then when the party was over and everybody had to start cleaning up, y'all went into that booth and y'all voted for this person. Y'all voted for that. And that's, ugh, it's crazy. Don't let one person make it seem like they didn't know what was going on. They didn't know that this would be the outcome. Do not accept that as an answer from anybody. Anybody. That's no. You did know. You did know. I'm not forgiving nobody that did that, and I'm holding everybody responsible that thinks that this could be explained in any kind of way. I thought this, but I didn't think that. Whatever you thought is what's happening. It doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? And so, whatever you thought, that's what's happening. Even if you only thought two things, there might have been a list. There was a whole stack. Project 2025 had 900 and something pages. I don't care if you just read the forward, okay? The contents, and you agreed with two of them, right? Okay, well, two of them things is happening. Everything that's happening that was supposed to happen, is saying it's supposed to happen in Project 2025, is there to hit everybody. It is there to hit everybody. That's what it was there for. Everybody must pay the price. They want everybody to be an indigent servant, not just me as a black person. Like y'all thought my name was gonna come down on the list specifically to have to go pick the cotton. Cause see, I know what y'all thought. Y'all was ready to say, I will vote for Donald Trump, right? Porque no sé, right? I know what y'all thought. Y'all was like, we can get them up out of here because I know who gonna pick. I know who gonna pick this. They got thought niggas was gonna pick the fruit. That's what you thought. That's what they thought. They thought y'all motherfuckers was gonna do that. Cause I'm sure they knew I wasn't gonna do it. But yeah, they thought niggas was gonna do that shit. They was like, it's okay. We got people who can do it. They can leave the country. We got people who can do it. Yeah. That's why I said we all gonna lose weight together. We gonna lose weight together. Cause a lot of stuff ain't gonna be on my menu if I'm the one who gotta go out there and get it. That's never gonna happen. I mean, that job announcement said $11 in Louisiana to pick blueberries for 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. Excuse me? Excusez-moi. I don't think so. I'll never need a blueberry. I don't need blueberries. I don't need blueberries. I don't need eggs. I don't need that mango that was $3. I don't. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. But that's what they thought. That's what they thought. They really thought they had replacements. And that's what nobody wants to say. And that's another reason why I'm not letting anybody, I'm not having a conversation, a back and forth, especially on social media with anybody that's crying down to the ground right now about anything. It's like, no matter what you thought, you was wrong. And you had people trying to tell you what it really was. But, black people, we only here to entertain y'all. And so now we doing that. That's exactly what we're doing. Boots on the ground. We're entertaining y'all. You want entertainment? You got it. But picking blueberries in Louisiana? No, I'm good. I don't need a blueberry muffin at all. And I love blueberry muffins. And I love blueberry bagels. Oh my God. Well, there goes that. I guess no muffins and bagels for me, because mm-mm. But yeah, everything is working in tangent for something else to be working. Indigent servitude is what they're going for here. Okay, no taxes on $150,000 or less. That doesn't make any sense because that means that that makes taxes the enemy, right? To anybody who makes $150,000. Well, the idea is that taxes are the enemy, right? That's first and foremost. Then, if you make more than 150, you're gonna be taxed, whatever bracket, however that's gonna work. What they're trying to motivate people to not be ambitious to make the 150 in the first place. You see. Now, if there's no tax on income, right? You think, well, how's this going to get paid? How's that going to get paid? The, your boy thinks that tariffs are paying for things. That's not true. You're still paying for them. So you either going to pay your taxes up front, or you're going to pay them taxes at the store or online via the tariff. If you're not understanding tariffs, that's it 101. Okay? Because I know that if I'm selling something and it costs me more than it's been costing me to get that product to you, I'm going to need you to eat that because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. So, but yeah. So if you don't pay income, if you paying less than 150, if you're making less than 150, which most people in America are, right? We're not in the top 10, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, please. And so if you're making less than 150, no taxes. Taxes are the enemy, right? They make tax the enemy, and you think to yourself, oh no, I'm not going over 150. I'm not paying more than 150. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get paid more than 150 because I don't have to pay taxes. You're gonna pay them taxes from. Oh, I was about to hang up. I was in a row. It was started spinning. I'm like, oh, but yeah, you do a little cost benefit analysis and see. But yeah, it's a lot of ways to make money. They want it to be a lot of gig, what they call gig work. They want it to be gig work. They coming for this money. They straight up robbing us. And as far as I'm concerned, and they're using a gun. They robbing us and they're using a gun. But you know, my biggest thing would always be if you can't beat them, join them. You know, if you know what that means, I suggest you start getting busy. If you know me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't know me, you better ask somebody. Baby! Anyway, yeah, 5:48. Y'all home yet? Are y'all on y'all way home? Y'all at work? What are y'all doing? What am I doing? Let me see. Okay. So what are y'all doing? What am I doing? I'm still in traffic. I probably still got 30 more minutes to go. But yeah, don't be in my business about where I'm going and where I'm at. I'll let y'all know soon enough. But yeah, it's trippy. Anything to break our spirit, right? Anything except doing what needs to be done to make the world a better place. Whatever, you know, whatever. Like I said, y'all ladies and gentlemen, I suggest y'all go ahead and exercise your Second Amendment rights. Join the NRA. Get you a blicky, you know. Go get you a little license to carry. And you're not doing that because you need anybody's permission to have a gun to defend yourself. You're doing it for the record, you know? Or let the record reflect. You registered. Okay? Let the record reflect, because that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to join the NRA. Let me see if I can get me a donation. Okay? Grab me a rifle. But yeah, that's another organization that got a lot of this sewn up. Because we hadn't heard from these people. They waiting for the shooting to start. That's what they waiting on. Let the shooting begin. And hopefully when it does begin, you will have a gun yourself. Because it's gonna be scary out here. It's gonna be summertime too. It's hot. Price of ice cream is gonna go through the roof. The price of ice cream always goes up in the summer. I learned that in the business class. But the price of ice cream is gonna go up regardless because there ain't no goddamn cows to milk or slaughter, so you can't get no damn steak and you can't get no ice cream. A damn shame. Mm-mm-mm. A damn shame. I won't say my neighbor, but this man around my neighborhood, like a mile or so, he got like 4 cows and like 2 donkeys. Be like, let me see what this cow do. Let me do some cow tipping. They said back in the day, people in the country used to tip cows over. Is that true or is that something white? Like, I don't even know, but um, yeah. No, I just went out of this country for a little bit till the coast is clear. Who knows what that could be? Because Lord knows the damage that has already been done in 100 days. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. It's so much on the docket right now. All kind of stuff is on the docket. Waiting, hoping and praying, so that they'll be seen and stuff will be overturned. And Christmas is about to be a doozy. You better go Christmas shopping now. And if you can't shop now, this is what I recommend. You go to the store when you're in stores, like, you know what I'm saying, whenever you're out shopping, wherever you normally would do your Christmas shopping for other people, when you go to the store, spend the money now, meaning you don't have to buy the gift itself. Buy a gift card. $25 here, $30 there, $25 here, whatever your Christmas budget is, buy gift cards. Buy gift cards now. Hold on to them. You'll be able to use them for two reasons. One reason would be if need be, right? If need be, you have a gift card, you got to use it. It is what it is. But the second reason, which is the reason I brought it up, would be if you get the gift card, if you start getting gift cards now, then when Christmas comes, you'll already have the money waiting at the particular store that you have your gift card from. So the gift cards will dictate where you're going to go to the stores. Rather than you having to go to the mall, go here, go there, I'm going to look for this here, I'm going to look for that there. No, if you buy gift cards now, the plan is to get somebody or whoever something from that store using that gift card come November. That's how you can set up for Christmas now. It's not about whether it's easy. It's doable. It's doable. If you want somebody to have any sort of Christmas that comes from you, then make it doable. Make it enough, as they say. Or wait till the last minute, you know what I mean? And who knows what's going to be happening around that time. So that's the thing about it, you know. But I think I'm going to buy at least a couple of gift cards. Because I don't know what's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. But I don't want to be looking completely like, you know, during Christmas time. But, yeah. So that would be my suggestion. That's one way to get yourself together. You could do that every year. Same thing with like school supplies. You know, you could just get you a gift card from the Dollar Tree, Walmart, wherever you get your supplies from. Now, smart people that work in an office know the supply closet is right there. That's the first place that's your first stop. Because I just told you, if you can't beat them, join them. I'm not paying $10 for a box of pencils when it's all these pencils right here. I'm trying to help out the waste part. If these pencils have been sitting here since the pandemic, then they need to be used. They can be sharpened. Now here's a random sharpener. Here's a pencil. Oh my God, look at that. Glue sticks. Oh my goodness. Printer paper. Who needs printer paper? Nobody. Electronically signed. Give me that printer paper. My kid could use this. See my point? But yeah, that would be your first stop. Your second stop would be go ahead and get you a little gift card. You could do $30 and let that be school supplies. You see what I'm saying? Put that to the side. You have school supplies. Whatever else they come up with, what they come up with. Because the school supply list is out of control. Okay? Talking about a box of tissues and then you want it for 2 quarters. Excuse me? I don't think so. Not me. No. No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I be helping and donating and stuff, but I still gotta act like, what? How much? Yeah, I gotta find all that out first. Because I don't like to pay the $5 out. But yeah. But anywho, I didn't have much else. I can't even think right now. I don't know what I've been watching or looking at that I could say something about right now. There's a lot going on in my head. And a lot of stuff, like I said, I'm considering getting a Patreon. Because there's a lot of stuff that I really want to say that I should not be saying. And I need an outlet. I need to let that out. And I'm like, well, you know, maybe I could put that behind a paywall. And you never know. You know what I mean? You never know. But anywho, peeps, okay. So I'm decently close to my exit. No, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna try to go catch that tomorrow. No, not what's today? Today's Thursday. See? Thank God for having my daughter, because I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try to catch Sinners on Saturday, potentially. I'm going to try to catch that on Saturday. So that's the plan right now for me to try to catch that on Saturday. But I got to see it, and I've been avoiding reviews and people commenting on it. I do understand that it's like a vampire-based horror film with black, and then it has, a lot of historical meanings and things like that. That's my understanding, but I'm very interested in. I like Ryan Coogler, um, a, a young producer, does an excellent job, very smart. So I definitely want to see what his offering is for this movie here, because they talking about it like it's good stuff. Even though, like I said before, the some people in the Hispanic community was asking like where was their representation. Like, I know y'all know how to build a studio. Build a studio. You see what I'm saying? The Spanish folks can do that. They're good at building. Build a studio. Put that money together, build a studio. Y'all get some representation real quick. But like I said, the first place they need to find the representation that they really want is on Telemundo. They could be down there protesting, rallying, and marching. The blueprint for that is already set. So they can do that, but like I said before, expecting black people to give you representation when we still trying to get it out the mud, no, no, no. So, but that's that. It better not rain too bad this weekend. There's gonna be some problems. And the problem is I'm gonna be freaking wet without my damn umbrella probably. Matter of fact, oh God, I don't even think I bought a small umbrella with me. See, that's making me have to probably go to the store and pay the $5. Pay the $5. Meanwhile, I got 30 umbrellas right there in the garage waiting. I knew I didn't pack everything. Whatever. Whatever. No rain ain't never hurt nobody, except when it did. Except that time it melted the witch down in the Wiz and in the Wizard of Oz. Okay. Oh snap. Anywho. You know what I didn't tell y'all? How come there's a dog that lives right next door to me that looks exactly like Charlie? He looks just like my son. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I had to go to my neighbor and be like, I need to meet this dog. He's a tall, standard size poodle, so he's tall. He looks the same color as Charlie, like blonde. So cute. Oh my God. So cute. He be barking every morning, taking me off. And they made him be an outside dog, so that's sad. You know what I mean? He be outside, and then they don't do nothing with their grass, so they don't even have one little cute patch of grass for him. I be feeling so bad. And then there was a piece of my fence that was coming off, and so I was like trying to see if I could squeeze him over, and he really tried to squeeze over to get to my side, and I was like, well, we ain't close like that yet. I don't know how you gonna act, even though I did get a chance to meet him, and he was jumping up on me, but. I immediately went ahead and got 2 nails and put those things back. And it's an old fence too, because it's no screws. It was nailed down. I was like, damn. And it's my neighbor's fence. I used some of it to finish my fence. I said I can't pay the $5. You see what I'm saying? I can't pay the $5. So that's that. But anyway, that's my last thing. But I'm gonna show y'all that picture of my dog soon. I'm gonna get some video of him, and I'm gonna show y'all that he looks just like my sunny boy, and my baby boy, and my stinky boy. Rest in peace. Oh, the best dog of all time, the cutest boy I've ever seen is my Charlie boy. But what time is it? 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I said okay. Yeah, so I'm on good time right now. My neck and my back. Oh my God. Let's drive right now. See, this is what I'm talking about with drivers right here. I got to count to 10. I've got a woosah. It's all good, you know. I'm gonna let you crash your car while I drive around. You literally want to crash out? I'm gonna avoid that thing like the plague. Go around. I'm ready to get under the covers and with the remote and some chips. Matter of fact, I might have to stop at the store because nope, that's not true. I'm not gonna need to do that. Not where I'm going. The bar should already be ready. And if it's not, I'm gonna be mad because you knew I was coming here. Don't be knowing I'm coming over and don't have stuff that I be liking over there. And if you don't have it, let me know so I can stop at the store. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know I need Chardonnay. Okay? You know it. It is a street dog taking me off. He was jumping on me and it was smelling like a dog afterwards. I was very annoyed. I was like, ugh, this is why I can't have a giant dog. I do want another dog after my baby boy, but I'm gonna wait until I do some until I figure out some, some traveling and what I got going on in life because when you go out of town, you gotta house your dog and or let somebody watch the dog and things like that, and so that becomes just another thing you have to do. And you know, I might want to get outside for a couple of days at a time, especially as Sophia gets older and more independent. She gonna be outside, and I'm gonna be outside too, doing what I need to do, doing my hobbies, and things that make me happy and chill. So having a dog would be cute, but I'm not sure if that's going to slow down my process. So once we get that established, then we're going to get us something cute, something decent size. I'm saying I wanted two dogs, one little cute one, and then one like with I was thinking about getting one of those dogs that's like already trained to kind of help protect you. So so that when I'm walking, the dog could be chilling. But if somebody is not chilling and they want to approach me, they're gonna have to deal with my dog first. You know what I mean? My first line of defense right there. We shall see. That'll happen later rather than sooner. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm about to go. If not, y'all gonna watch me sit here, look at me how I'm driving. All right, peace. I just wanted to get back with y'all today because I didn't say anything this morning because I had so much stuff going on that I was trying to get done. So what's tomorrow morning? Friday morning. Yeah, I will be probably sleeping at 7:30, and if I'm up, it depends. If I look like a crazy person when I wake up, then y'all not gonna see me. I mean, I look like a crazy person anytime y'all see me, but mm, wipe the cold out my eye. See who's this paging me and why. But yeah, but I still will come to y'all this weekend because I want y'all to get a glimpse of what I'm doing. So, all right, peeps. You watch. Oh yeah, you know what? Let me tell you what happened, Justin. See, we about to talk about this real quick. So I had watched. Okay, the last thing I saw on Power. This is what I will say. The last thing I saw on Raising Canaan. Um, Roxy. What's her name? Raquel. That's her name. Rock was. What happened? She had like her brother. What happened? It was something that went on in her house, right? Something that went on in her house. It was the last episode, right? Something went on in her house with the brother. Was he drunk or something like that? I do remember seeing. I remember. I feel like right now that I remember seeing last season, but not this season. So I went to go log in because I was using somebody else's login because we have to share. We got to be a community, okay? Because I can't pay the $5 on every single streaming app. And every year Netflix keep going up. So I was like, So I was like, well, let me use my this Stars app that I have. Now, here we go. I said, let me use this star app, the stars app that I have. I log in. It's gonna tell me too many people using this account. What? And then one time, a year or two ago, I was on my girlfriend's Netflix, and I was trying to look at something, and it was like, this is not you, boo. It was basically letting me know you didn't pay the $5, so we're not gonna show you this program right here. I was so mad, but yeah, I was watching Raising Kingdom, and what happened? He killed his. No, he thought he killed his father. Roxy like cursed her brother down to the ground, telling him like whatever, you know. Um, who got shot? What happened? Yeah. Oh, that's what happened. Unique gotta be. He got killed, and then it looked like he was alive. Yes, it was given that he was alive. Yes, and it was all like in that warehouse, and I think Unique was in the back, and it's given. He right there, y'all. Y'all don't see him. Y'all don't hear nobody back there, but yeah, they was all in that warehouse. Um, there's no way he shouldn't have been dead. There's no way, but okay, it's TV, so we'll let him be. Go ahead and be dead. But yeah, so apparently Unique might be back and doing whatever. The brother, Unique's brother, okay, is the one who beat him up. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Unique's brother beat him up, and then he also, oh my God, killed that man while his grandma was at the house. That was so terrible. Cause she was what, deaf? Yeah, she was deaf, so she ain't hear that. That was terrible. And so that was the last thing I saw. They was all at the warehouse. Kanan, his mother, his father, and then maybe one other person. Something like that was happening. That was the last thing I remember seeing. But yeah, Unique was dead, but then he was lurking in the background, or the idea that he was alive was what was at play. But yeah, I tried to log in, and the crazy part about me trying to log in was that I had caught my cousin, because we used to laugh at the lady from Power about how she used to hold her arm. Anyway, the point is, I was telling my cousin, "Did you watch Power? Did you watch Power?" He was like, "I don't have that channel." I said, "You do have the channel, because I was watching the channel at your house." I gave him his login information, only for a week later for them to tell me that it's too many people logged in. So that means he logged in and is watching it. But it's okay. I'm on my way to his house now, and grab me the remote. Grab me the remote, and I will try to watch it a little bit like tonight. And I don't know, I might be too busy this weekend, but we'll see. But I'm definitely gonna watch a little something tonight if I can. I don't know if it's gonna be that, but um, we'll see. Poor wireless connection. Due to poor wireless connection, it's trying to reconnect. Okay, so am I back? Y'all see me? Yeah, so I'm driving by these trees or whatever, but I'm almost at my destination. I'm sure he is going crazy. Ronnie's dead. Oh my God! Spoiler alert. I mean, I knew he was gonna be dead eventually. There was no way that he was gonna be able to like do all what he was doing and like make it through the whole show. This whole next season. There's no way. I knew there was no way for that. But from what I hear, okay, so Courtney Kemp, the one who, is responsible for all of these things, she put something out a couple of months ago saying that there's going to be like a prequel to the Ghost and Tommy story. So that's going to be interesting, because that brings Ghost and Tommy back into the show. Okay? And that could go on for a while if she wants it to. You know what I mean? Because the Kanan story isn't Ghost and Tommy's story. They didn't even get introduced one time in Raising Kanan. We have yet to see who Ghost and Tommy are comparison to who Kanan was. So unless of course there's a spoiler alert here, but she could always introduce them into that show, and then of course do the prequel. You know what I mean? All the way up until we finally see them that night at Truth. You know what I'm saying? On that first episode. But that can go on for a minute, you know what I mean? Because when they were teenagers, all the way up until they got to that point. So that would be something Courtney Kemp can do. That would be dope. But hopefully they'll keep a lot of the same writers, because the writing is good. The writing was good for Power, and I loved Power Book 2. I thought Tariq's story was a good story all the way through, even at the end when he clearly calls Tommy, because that's who he had to have been calling. He had to have been called. Like, who else was going to answer the phone and just be like, family first, or I need you now, blah blah blah. And when him and Tommy parted ways, it wasn't really beef, but Tommy was just like, like I can't do this or whatever. But um, and they left it that way, and then Tariq could still have another story. You know what I mean? So he could still have another story. So it's decently open ended. So but what's that one? I didn't watch that one too much. The one where they all drug dealers. Jukebox. Yes, the jukebox becomes a cop. Yes, yes. And so that's why we need that prequel story. We need to see what happened. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so jukebox was a singer, then she became a cop, and then of course we all know what happened to jukebox, to Big Jew. But yeah, I'm about to be at my destination. Yes, timing was good. I got here sooner than I thought. All right, y'all. Right. BMF. Yeah, that's what it was. BMF. So yeah, it was okay, but BMF. Let me see. It's a lot of stuff that my black. Y'all could potentially take my black card. Look at these birds over here. So they look like little turkeys.
What turkey?
These might be little turkeys.
I can't see them.
Yes, you can. Oh,
Oh,
you see them now?
yes.
Not me stopped in the middle of the road for turkeys. I should grab one. Okay, start raising them in my backyard. I mean, because these are free roaming birds. They could be hit at any point. But yeah, BMF. But what was I saying? So BMF. I'm trying to watch Snowfall. People are saying that I need to watch The Shy. I can't. I have a confession to make. I didn't even see The Wire, and I guess the reason is because I don't know. It just feels too close to home in a way for me. Like, I don't need the drug dealing, the crack vials on the floor story. Everybody got shot. Everybody's on drugs. Like, I don't, the inner city story of everybody being a crackhead slash drug dealer slash girlfriend slash got shot slash got stabbed slash went to jail slash went to prison.
Yeah.
Oh, and everybody got SA too, while all that was also happening, while all of those things simultaneously. And so it's just not been easy watches for me. You know what I mean? So far, I've seen a couple of episodes of Snowfall, and when that one guy that's on the Tyler Perry show took that boy in the room and did what he did to him, y'all, I said, Lord, I can't do this. I don't think I can keep doing this. That ain't where I'm parking. Parking right here. All right. All right, peeps, I'm at my destination. I appreciate you guys riding with me, listening to me go on and on. Justin, you could catch me 7:30 in the mornings, but I will be coming back on live some point this weekend. Let y'all be a little bit up in my business about what I'm doing. Why am I where I'm at? I'm backing in, so I gotta back all the way up this driveway. Make sure I can get out.
His driveway's so big.
So yeah. Well, yeah, I made it. I made it in some decent timing. So y'all be easy.
Can I unbuckle?
Yeah. All right. All right, peeps. We will chop it up sooner than later. All right, y'all. Bye.